but more important, I don't think I've ever spoken at a podium before, so this is kind of cool. My name is Gary. I am on the Executive Committee, the Vice President of Public Relations. Just one quick announcement I want to make before I tell a little bit about my work is one of my responsibilities is coordinating on-site media for the conferences, and we do have a number of media representatives who will be here during the week, and actually today is the busiest day for it, so I just wanted to alert you to that. We have a crew. DAAA has hired somebody or is working with somebody who's filming all those events. And he's also interested in filming some Little People of America conference events. So that they will be here. There's a crew from ABC based out of Houston, Texas that will be here. There's a crew from England who is here. And there may be some local media as well. All of the kind of the embedded crews, not the non-local crews, all will be identifying themselves with red media badges. And the events that they are open to filming include today's General Assembly, the Expo tomorrow and Wednesday, the awards banquet, and the Barty Room. The Barty Room originally was going to be Wednesday, but I think we're switching that to tonight. So if you have any concerns about that, just let me know. Moving on, I just want to say that this is my 4th year serving as the Vice President of Public Relations, and I have one more year on my term. It's been a real honor growing up. You know, if I ever thought about how I wanted to give back to LPA, it would be through this role and the work that I can do in this role. So I thank LPA and the membership for giving me that opportunity. One thing I do in my position is I oversee the Advocacy Committee, and I think a great accomplishment that we had last year was that we built the committee to over 20 representatives right now from the membership. So we have huge representation from most of the districts, and now the challenge and the goal is going to be to harness that energy of the people who are interested and who want to get involved and really try to do some good work and represent the larger membership through the work of the Advocacy Committee. A few specific goals that we have are, it was last year at this time that the Board of Directors passed a policy that around language that officially recognizes the word midget as a derogatory and stigmatizing term, and we kind of pledged to do all we can to raise awareness and to stop usage of that term. And it was really at last year's New York conference through the leadership of the Petrozellis and the Corpes and Clint Brown and some others that really took that policy and put it out there on a national scene and really gave it a lot of momentum. And because of that, I think we have been able to raise a lot of awareness in the past year, and I think it's up to us, the Advocacy Committee and the membership, to continue to build on that momentum. And one of the ways we're going to attempt to do that this year is to kind of look at systemic ways to change and to end use of the word. And through the LPA Today, both the publication and the online version, I've sent out messages about this school in North Dakota with the mascot, asking people to reach out to that school board. I've gotten a lot of responses. A lot of people have reached out. I appreciate that response and the work that the membership is doing. I think we want to continue to do that. We want to continue to reach out to North Dakota and change minds there so that when they change the name of the school mascot, we'll be able to use that as an example to change it other places as well. A couple of years ago also we were successful in getting the New York Times to change its style guide around language. There's a few other papers that we've identified that we want to try to change as well. In addition to that work around language, we want already the LPA online website has a lot of great resources for people, for members to go and learn how to advocate for themselves. We want to continue to build those resources to kind of have a centralized place for people to go to empower themselves to make changes for themselves or for their family members. And finally, I think a goal that we want to do kind of follows up on what Bill was talking about with employment. We want to really increase our voice and our participation on a national scene. And ways we're doing this is through participation in federal initiatives that are really reaching out to the disability community, and also participation in more cross-disability national coalitions. It was through participation in one such a coalition that our LPA's voice was heard in the debate around the new healthcare legislation. And LPA teamed up with a number of other disability organizations to ensure that our voice was heard around pre-existing conditions, and ensuring that the new healthcare legislation included a piece that made it illegal for insurance companies to deny coverage based upon pre-existing conditions. Because I know Bill and the people who work at the office can tell story after story of calls from LPA members concerned that their child or they were denied coverage simply because of their dwarfism. So now that that's passed, our goal is to ensure that it's implemented and help do all we can on a national level to ensure it's funded as well. And now with Allison in the employment committee role, we're going to be able to increase our participation in this cross-disability coalition, increase our presence at meetings in Washington, and hopefully affect for the better policy in the future for people with disabilities and people with dwarfism. So thanks a lot for your support, and I look forward to one more year.
I too, like Gary, never get to speak at a podium, so I wanted to come up here and try this out. My name is Anthony Connor. I'm the Vice President of Programs. I oversee the LPA Scholarship Program, a number of donor-directed funds, and I also help coordinate the service awards, which are announced at banquet night. This year we are awarding over 30 scholarships, in part due to some donor-directed scholarships in recent years from Greenberg Center, from CODA, the Coalition for Dwarf Advocacy, the new Trombino Memorial Scholarship, the Carrie Schaefer Scholarship Award, and then funds from our LPA Scholarship Fund. And at banquet night we also recognize people who have given above and beyond their time and talent to LPA. I also want to put a word out there for individuals that are in college or going to college. It doesn't matter what your age is, and you can be undergraduate or graduate student. Apply, because LPA wants to see people in roles, in jobs, along with everyone else, and get representation out in the world, out in the working world. So, thank you.